YouTube, what it do? It's your boy P Double. We back. Sunday night football. Ultimate team. Coming in, hit the like button. Hit the like button coming in. Shout out to everybody that's gonna pull up. Shout out to my new subscribers, my returning subscribers, returning viewers. Shout out to everybody that's gonna pull up. Let's get it. Drop your football teams down in the chat. Let's get to it, chat. Let's get them lightning bolts in the chat going. Let YouTube send out some notifications. Let them know that we in the building. We're starting off with a fresh season today. We're 0-0 right now. Road to the Super Bowl. You know how it's going to go. Let's go ahead and beat these bums. So lock in, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's lock in. Vote up.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Second down, Peterson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the quick dive with Allstott. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you don't often see a lot of first down carries by a fullback, and this is probably why. Often better suited for short yardage and goal line types of situations. This last carry went for a loss.
Moon to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake. Moon buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
To throw is Sanders, throwing on first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now it's Smith running right. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. That good for 19 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Peterson running right. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Sanders. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Sanders throwing on 4th down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
On 2nd down, here's Moon. That is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert On 3rd and 9. Off play action. Moon. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Pat McAfee now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Here's Hester. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Sanders now on 1st down. This little short throw to Witten, and he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Peterson. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Again, Peterson. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Emmitt Smith, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Moon. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Ed Too Tall Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Hey, check that, street.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Moon eluding the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Nothing is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Sanders. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Sanders working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Second down, Peterson again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. A play fake. Now Moon rolling to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Moon. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Moon flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, Hester. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Peterson running right. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California. On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
They run again with Peterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Barber on 1st and 10. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. First down, they go with Barber again. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Well, they go play action. Daniels. This will be dumped off to Barber. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone tried to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. It's been a long day for you.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Barber. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Barber. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Mike Burton, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Jones now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Moon on the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So on now is the punter, Pat McAfee, to kick this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Escaping, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action, now it's Daniels. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Aiden Hutchinson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down throw, Moon. Man open, here is Jones. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver, and it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
They'll run with Peterson, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Off the play fake, Daniels. He'll check this one down to Barber. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. To the air goes Daniels. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keon Coleman as the first half is winding down. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Here we go. Start the line. Come on.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Okay, break. Hustle.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This is Coleman with a grab. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Well, they're going to bring in some extra bulk here for 3rd and a yard. Hand off to the fullback, Burton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run up the middle with Barber. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Daniels looking to throw. And this is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing now is Daniels. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Three quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Daniels. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Check smash, check smash.
Slot man moves right. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Daniels. And that's complete to Gates. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Barber. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They start the drive with Peterson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now a give to Peterson running left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Let's go, Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Moon. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deion Sanders. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This has just really been... A solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And got his man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chargers. Julio Jones. 81 yards. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. They'll turn to Kamara. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms. This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That'll give him 8 that time, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Daniels from the gun on third down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hey, ready.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 1. Again, it's Dillon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry for Smith. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Now, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
Now 2nd and 9. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Brissett. Caught by Gates, left side. And it's a Packers touchdown. Antonio Gates. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, Moon. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Steps away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.